Happy Thanksgiving! Hopefully you're all surrounded by friends, family, and most importantly, food. But after watching tonight's movie, you might want to think twice before diving into that turkey. First, we meet the narrator, and I like him for some reason. I don't really know why. Maybe it's just because he kinda looks like Vincent Price. Nowhere near the same charisma, though. You can tell he's reading off a piece of paper, but I still like him. He talks about how the only guarantee in life is change. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but change will happen. In our case, the change happens to Herschel. He's out driving around on his bike when he sees Angel broken down on the side of the road. He gets her going again and she invites him to a party, where he meets her sister Anne. Anne has the hots for Herschel big time and will do anything to have him. So, she goes to her dealer and gets something that will get him hooked. Now, Herschel meets with Angel and I'm assuming her dad. He says he needs a job and, as luck would have it, her dad's hiring. He works at a turkey farm and needs some help doing odd jobs. Double bonus, Herschel needs a place to stay and they offer him a room free of charge. Not a bad deal at all. The next day, Herschel's out cleaning the pool when Anne comes out laying it on thick. When seducing him doesn't work, she busts out the drugs and after a little bit of peer pressure, Herschel caves in. She calls him a coward and he doesn't like that at all. It kind of reminds me of when Biff calls Marty a chicken in Back to the Future.
What's wrong, McFly? Chicken?
Nobody calls me chicken.
After a couple tokes, Anne has Herschel around her fingertips, and they bang one out. The narrator comes on to say, I don't blame the guy. Then, the next morning, Herschel wakes up late and has to rush to get to his new job at the turkey farm. There, he meets two scientists. They offer him a way to make a little extra money on the side. All he has to do is eat some turkey that's been laced with some chemicals, and basically be a human guinea pig. But he's assured that everything will be okay, so he agrees. Later that evening, he gets sick. He's hooked and needs some more of the drug Anne gave him. He threatens the dealer, saying he better keep him supplied or else. And this is all before his turkey experiment. After he eats a whole turkey, the results are disastrous. That's right, Herschel has a turkey head. Let that be a lesson for you all. Don't do drugs, or you'll get a turkey head. Anne naturally feels pretty bad because this is all her fault, but what can she do? She wants to love him, but with a face like that, I mean, come on. This sends Herschel into a murder spree, first killing drug users, then moving on to the dealers. He doesn't just kill them either. He hangs them upside down and drains their blood, then drinks it. No wonder this had an X rating. He also kills a guy who cries like a baby the whole time. But that's not the worst death. That would probably have to go to this guy. Herschel takes him and cuts his leg off and just leaves him there to bleed out. Tired of his murderous ways, Herschel begs these guys to kill him, and they cut off his head. Then eat him for dinner? What? I mean, at least that's what I think happened. I don't really know. This is some weird stuff. Well, it turns out it was all just a dream. Yeah, one of those cop-outs. Herschel explains that he had been badly burned in Vietnam and was prescribed pain meds, but started smoking pot to help manage the pain himself. Angel picks him up and gets him clean again, and in the end, Herschel and Anne live happily ever after. Our favorite narrator comes back one final time to tell us that this story is based on fact and probability. Seriously? You're telling me that if I smoke pot, it's a guaranteed fact that I will grow a turkey head and go on a murder spree? Sure, why not? In the end, he warns us to be careful of what we put in our bodies. Unless it's clean air and healthy food, it could kill us. All this while he smokes a cigarette. Kids, drugs are bad. If you do drugs, you probably won't grow a turkey head, but instead, you might make a movie like this. I'm 100% sure these guys were high while making Blood Freak. Steve Hawks, the guy who played Herschel, later said, "It was a sad chapter in my life." Most of the cast were acting students, and it shows. They fumble through their lines or flat out just read from a script. This feels more like an anti-drug propaganda film like Reefer Madness than a horror movie. Well, is there anything worthwhile here? Yeah, I would say it falls into the so bad it's good genre, which to me is a positive. I liked Herschel and the narrator, but just about every other character was just bad. I say watch Blood Freak if you like this sort of thing, but don't smoke pot and eat your Thanksgiving meal. You never know what companies are putting in meat nowadays. You wouldn't want to wake up tomorrow with a turkey head, would you? I give Blood Freak 1.5 papier-mâché turkey masks out of 4.
Gosh, Herschel, you sure are ugly.